We'll now take a look at the most popular tool when you have discrete data, and that's the Pareto chart. I'm using a different data set here. This one is a list of problems that have been experienced in a financial institution, and we have the date of the issue, what type of transaction it was, and which customer type it was that experienced the problem. A typical thing that you'll want to do with Pareto analysis is to see if there's any one category that dominates it, and that helps you to prioritize. So I will just go straight to the Pareto chart with that blue button. It's all gibberish at the moment because I haven't chosen anything to plot, and so I will select first of all the transaction type, and the graph will automatically populate. And we have a little problem here because when it has to do a lot of calculations, sometimes Excel sort of doesn't quite finish them off. And so what we need to do is to force a complete recalculation to get the job done. And this involves Control-Alt-Shift F9. That's that warning message at the bottom. So it's quite an unusual one, this, because you have to press 4 keys at once. Control-Alt-Shift and then F9. And Excel will think about it for a few seconds as it does the recalculation, but that will make it do it properly this time, and the Pareto chart will appear fully completed. There it is. So we can straight away see that new account setup is the most important category of problems. Now, quite often when we've done that and we've said, okay, I now know that I have one main category, we're looking to see if we can split that down any further. And there's a nice facility for you to do that. The toolkit will take whichever is the biggest category and subdivide it further for you. So I'm going to select that second column, which is customer type, to see if we can see if there's a particular type of customer that suffers from that. And that's going to appear in the second Pareto chart, so we can see that self-employed and retail customers are the ones that are the highest volume of complainants when it comes to this particular problem. In both cases, we have the traditional red line that shows you the cumulative percentage. So if you take self-employed and retail, for example, those two together add up to about 80% of all of the problems. Now that's one sort of data, that's called raw data, where we have each individual transaction listed, and that's definitely the best sort to have. But there are going to be occasions when you don't have raw data. You've got a summary table like this, which is very easy for a human to read, but it doesn't give you the richness of analysis possibilities that we saw with raw data. If you only have data in this summary form, then enter your data into that section, tick this little box to say, forget the raw data, I want to use this summary data, and it will then create the Pareto chart. This time there's only one because there's no second thing to break it down by, but it will create the Pareto chart based on your summary data. In the next video, we'll look at hypothesis tests for discrete data.